Good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Today, I'm going to be covering the Tier 7 Premium Battleship, the HMS Royal Sovereign, the new battleship. Now, for those of you wondering, how did I get it? I didn't pay for it. I was very lucky. I was grinding out the event pass, and you get these containers inside. And on my second container, I got a Royal Sovereign. So I kind of got to save out 19,000 doubloons, which is very nice. So the build for this match is going to be this, which isn't actually my recommended build because this is just a build I was running in this match that I'm going to playing here. My recommended build will actually be at the end of the video, but I wanted to show you, just to give you the context, the build that I'm actually using in this particular match. We do have the availability of having that brisk. It's going to give us a slight top speed advantage here because the top speed on the Royal Sovereign is pretty slow at 22, around 22, 23 knots. With the brisk, it's going to go up to like 25.9 or so knots, which is actually not too bad. But then again, the stock speed is not that fast. Something to note about the Royal Sovereign, there's a lot of cool little quirks and features about this ship. So let's start off with the ship itself. What is it? It's a secondary battleship, British battleship at tier 7. So we've got some decent secondaries, I believe. Third or fourth highest hitting DPM at the tier, I believe. But more importantly, we've also got those 8 381mm guns, which means we can overmatch same tier battleships, which is very nice. It does remind me personally of something like Warspite-esque design. We've got those 4 guns, but it's actually a different class than, I believe, the Queen Elizabeth class battleships. These are Revenge class battleships, I believe, maybe. Do correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, of course. I'm not that in tune with the history, but do let me know. I love to learn and get better at these things over time. So, what other features does it have? We've got a super heal, but it only lasts 15 seconds, so we get a total of 14k HP, which is still pretty decent. The cooldown, though, is only 57 seconds, which is also pretty nice. So, even though it's not that super Nelson heal, which heals 1.5k per second, this is going to heal 920 per second, and for a longer duration, I think. This one lasts only 15 seconds, but the cooldown is pretty fast. Then we also got that 16.5 second DCP in this case, because I do have the captain skill for that slightly extended DCP. We've got a Hydro, 3 kilometer Hydro, 180 second duration. We could, of course, extend that, I believe. But in this case, it's a 3 km short range Hydro, which is pretty nice. And the first and only, I believe, battleship in the game with submarine surveillance. 6 kilometer, which is actually pretty decent. We love to see a counteracting button to the submersible class on our battleship here. That's pretty nice. We've got that 6 km sub-surveillance. We also have 10 kilometer ASW range on the Royal Sovereign, which makes it, I believe, the highest ASW range for any tier 7 battleship in the game, which is pretty nice indeed. So those are the kind of main features of the Royal Sovereign. It looks like it does have improved British HE penetration, but I guess I didn't notice that, but it does have that. But anyway, we're probably going to mostly use AP this game. Now, this is a pre-recorded game, you can say. I played this game on Twitch a few days ago. Actually, I believe yesterday. I did stream for 3 hours, guys. I'm back. I'm not really back, but I streamed for 3 hours. And this was one of the games, so I wanted to feature it. Oh, another feature on the Royal Sovereign. There's a lot. I didn't mention this one. Is the improved British acceleration on a tier 7 battleship here, which is pretty nice. And we've got that improved acceleration. Even though you don't have a super high top speed, we get that acceleration advantage, which is nice to have. I tried to get a little shot here on the Sfushun, or Fubuki, I'm sorry. But unfortunately, we didn't hit him for too much, only 3 overpens, which is pretty decent as well. Now here, I'm not in panic mode, but I'm like, I'm taking a bit too much damage in this case. But anyway, we switch our secondary target on the Toulon, because we have those 9.5 km secondary ranges. And of course, we can't hit the Rook, because he's out of range. So like I said, what's nice here is we do overmatch the tier 7 battleships with these guns. But you can kind of just sit here, pre-kite it away, and try to just shoot AP at these guys. I mean, this is a mid-tier match, I think. So overall, it's relatively an easy match to play. But this is the game I decided to feature because this is actually, I think, my second game in Royal Sovereign. And since I had a decent game, I wanted to feature it for you guys. But yeah, we're kind of just sailing around. As you can see, this turning circle radius is pretty decent. Mixed in with this acceleration, you retain your top speed. Look, we're 22 knots and turning. Super nice for dodging torpedoes. Plus that additional hydroacoustic search consumable just helps us overall have an easy time against torpedoes. I try to get a shot on this rook. He's very low HP. Maybe we can steal the kill, guys. Here we go. And we do get the kill. I don't know if it's actually a kill steal or not, because it depends how much damage we did to him, I guess, because we are on 47k damage already. But I hope you guys have been enjoying the content recently. I have been posting a bit more regularly than I was in the past 4 months. Of course, we posted 4 videos last week. This makes it our 5th video in a row. So yeah, let me know if you want to see any more contents or any more ships. But here you go, we're rushing up against this Toulon with our secondaries charging up here. They don't pen much, I believe. I'm not really sure on that one, actually. Not 100%, because I didn't check. But we'll check in the port after the game's done. But at least against the Toulon, it should be able to pen. At least the bigger guns will definitely be able to pen. And as you can see, it seems like even the smaller guns might be doing some damage. Maybe not. Boom! We get another 10k shot there on the Toulon. He's getting pretty low now. We're on 74,000 damage. I don't know if we'll be able to secondary kill him. Probably not, because there's shells coming in. No, we don't. But look what there is here. A free Colorado, which we're able to shoot. Well, and secondary, of course. So we're going to run up against him and hopefully take him on in a 1v1 and avoid that Jarsfeld. And maybe engage him and probably win, because we're going to brawl against a Colorado. That thing is very slow. Very, I wouldn't say heavily armored. We should be able to do damage as we overmatch him as well. But let's see. I think even though in my updated build, after the game is done, I'll show you, I remove Brisk. In this game, it was actually pretty useful because it allows us to rotate a bit faster since, you know, as you know, we don't have speed boost in this case, unlike Renown 44, for example. We don't have speed boost, so we kind of have to move at the 25 knots the game gives us. Now, some of you guys must be wondering if the ship is worth it or not. And at 19,000 doubloons, I wouldn't say it's particularly worth it. Now, I know some of you have really enjoyed playing the Royal Sovereign, and it is a pretty decent ship. But at 19,000 doubloons, that is the same price as a lot of tier 9 battleships and cruisers and destroyers. Tier 9 ships in general, right? You can get a tier 9 ship instead of the Royal Sovereign. Unless, of course, you get lucky like me in the crates and you get it for free. I was extremely lucky in this case. But as you know, I do not own the Arkhangelsk, so I'm not going to be able to cover that one. And I'm not going to buy it because it's a bit too expensive for me. As you know, I'm not a CC anymore, so I have to either buy things myself or unlock them in the game naturally. That's why I'm trying to grind out this Laffy right now, because I really want to make a review for you guys. And of course, I want to play it. Another 16k salvo there. No citadels, unfortunately. We get the 6 pens, though, which is pretty decent. Now we're kind of getting double farmed here, but that's okay. We just kill this Colorado, and I can literally go dark instantly. And as you can see, our damage count is pretty decent already at 116,000 damage. Come on, let's get a shot on this guy. But yeah, is the Royal Sovereign worth it? Based upon the price alone, probably not for most players, unless you're, of course, a collector and you want every single ship in the game or every single British battleship in the game. Maybe you want the secondary focused British battleship. There is Renown 44, and I don't think it's available for sale, unfortunately, but Royal Sovereign at 19,000 doubloons is just a bit too expensive for me to recommend to you guys. That doesn't mean it's a bad ship at all. Of course, it's a pretty good ship. It has a lot of funny consumables you can use, such as this Hydro, this Sub-Surveillance consumable, and the Super Heal are all pretty nice to have. The Improved Acceleration is nice to have. The Combined Secondaries is nice to have. Overall, a pretty good ship indeed. But the price alone makes me not able to recommend it to you guys. because it is a bit pricey. Now, Arkhangelsk, like I said, guys, I won't be able to cover it in a review. But from what I understand is, even though they are the same ship in real life, Royal Sovereign and Arkhangelsk, so the hull is going to look very similar. Of course, we can take a look at the hulls at the end of the game on both of them. I believe the Arkhangelsk is a main gun focus battleship, whilst this is a secondary focus battleship. You have more standard consumables on the Arkhangelsk, whilst on this one, the Royal Sovereign, you've got these funny super heal hydro sub-surveillance consumables. So I would say, in terms of the unique aspect, Royal Sovereign is definitely the more unique option. In terms of is it better or not than Arkhangelsk, unfortunately, I cannot make that determination myself because I have not played the Arkhangelsk myself. But in terms of the Royal Sovereign, I think it can be pretty fun, especially in those ranks or brawls. I think it can be a bit fun. That doesn't mean I would say it's super crazy, but I think it can be really fun, yes. But the price, like I said, is just a bit too expensive. Let's skip to a part where we actually shoot some ships, maybe at the end here. All right, let's start moving towards this Monarch. We got a shot out on it. Now, I know I missed the shot because I kind of oversped the replay, but it's okay. We get 3 overpens and a bounce, so you didn't miss much from that shot. But my goal here is to get this submarine, guys. Now, I know, why would you want to get close to the submarine? Malte, you're a battleship. Well, I want to try it out, guys. We've got that improved ASW range. We've got the sub-surveillance, you know, we've got options. Oh, another thing I want to mention is, I forgot about this at the start. You do get 2 bombs per payload at 4.2k damage each, and you still get 2 drops with the ASW. Whilst if we look at a ship like Nelson, for example, you only get 1 bomb in payload, and you get 3.4k damage with 9 km range. So your ASW is definitely improved. It reminds me almost of the Commonwealth line, actually, but this is a British battleship, not a Commonwealth battleship. So unfortunately, we don't end up finishing that Monarch. We would have stolen that kill to secure our 3rd kill there, but unfortunately, we did not. Now, the replay is bugged. It shows us at 500 points and them at 700, but it's actually inverted. As you know, the replays are bugged. We try to get this ASW off. We try to get some damage here. I'm sorry if I sound a bit quiet. It is a bit late here, so I'm trying to get this video out a bit late, but it's okay. We got a direct hit there. I don't know how much damage that is, but we also got a splash damage, so that's pretty decent. We got a flood. He DCP'd. But like I said, our goal here is to kill the submarine and maybe shoot this tiger, but I don't think we're gonna hit the tiger. It's super fast. But we'll try. I want to get that new Tiger 59. I know it's called Narai or something. But sadly it's not out yet. But I might actually buy that one and make a review on it, but we'll see. By the way, if there's any ship you want me to cover in a future video, do let me know. Of course, I will try my best to cover it. I know someone requested Alberico. I think I will try. But I do need to play the game a bit more and play that ship a bit more to cover it for you guys. But moving in here towards the B cap. Now, this is a bit of the boring part of the game, but I'm kind of want you to see this whole part here because it's super exciting for some of you guys. This is called the anti-submarine warfare gameplay. We're trying to look and hunt for the submarine ourselves. Sadly, our CV does spot him instead. We pop our 4 key. We get the 4 key off. And hopefully we can bomb him and destroy the submersible. And here we go. Hopefully before our anchorage does it, we also shoot the Tiger 59 in the meantime. This is called multitasking. We do get the submarine, guys. And that's pretty much the game for me. So I'm going to go straight to the score screen. For personal score, we ended up doing 135,615 damage, 48 shell hits, 1 plane shot down, 4 incaps, 3 kills, 4 fires, 2 floods, 4 defended, 249 secondary hits, and 3 anti-submarine warfare hits, 1 direct and 2 splash. Our achievement, we got Dreadnought there. As you can see, we got 3rd place on our team, which isn't that good, keeping in mind that this was a tier 8 game, so we do get slightly improved base XP against tier 8s. But 2k base XP in a tier 7 is always welcome, and we'll be taking that for sure. Detailed report, as you can see, 46k on the Colorado, 37k on the Rook, 7k on that submarine, 33k on the Toulon, Monarch, we got 5k on, Fubuki 4k, and Tiger 59 1k. As you can see, most of my damage came from AP, 84k from AP. Then we also got 7k from the depth charges and 30k plus 13k from fires. I say 30k plus 13, 43 total, because the fires we set were from our secondaries, not our main guns. So we actually got 43,000 damage for free from our secondaries. For credits and XP here, well, damage received, we received 68,000 damage. Credits and XP here, this is the credits and XP screen. For my commander build, well, this is the updated commander build that I would actually recommend on your Royal Sovereign. Probably Jack Dunkirk if possible, with consumable specialists for the quicker consumable reload time. AA and ASW expert for also quicker consumable reload time when the CV is striking you if there is a CV. You also get 10% improved depth charge damage. We also have AR. We also have secondary range, main secondary battery aiming, emergency repair expert, and concealment expert. For my equipment, we've got steering gears mod 1, secondary battery mod 1, damage control system, but you can take hydro surge mod 1 if you so wish. And I have main armaments mod 1, but you can take damage control party mod 1 if you so wish. For the exterior camouflage, well, actually start off with the armor layout as always. We've got 26mm nose armor, 26mm deck armor, we've got 38 rear deck armor, and then we've also got 26mm rear armor there. And for the citadel, if we take a look, it is a turtleback citadel with a 51mm turtleback, but that doesn't mean you should show full broadside, because you still might get smashed, so you do need to be careful, guys. When you show full broadside, you can of course get punished. So please do angle as best as possible when you're playing these types of ships. For the camouflage for the Royal Sovereign, we've got two, of course. We have the main and alternate. This is the main camouflage. I think it looks actually really awesome. I believe it's the historical camouflage for the HMS Royal Sovereign. Do correct me if I'm wrong. We've got a white and light blue. We've got a little bit of yellow up here. And we've got Royal Sovereign written on the back. I believe these battles fought though on the back here are of the old HMS Royal Sovereign, the tall ship, the sailing ship. Of course, given the dates, I would assume that is the case. But of course, correct me if I'm wrong. And the alternate camouflage scheme is this green and white with black on the top here, which also looks really good. It reminds me of the Hector camouflage, actually, funnily enough. So for the price of the Royal Sovereign, we're going to click on the armory and take a look. I'm going to click on the armory, let it load, of course. And we're going to go, great question. Probably in the name of tomorrow. It is. So you have the Royal Sovereign available in the Admiral pack at 19,344 doubloons, guys. There it is. A bit too expensive in my opinion. But it is available for you if you so want it. You do get a number of blue flags and ribbons, and bonuses, and you get a port slot in HMS Royal Sovereign flag, 10-point commander, I guess. But you also get this 200% XP, but too expensive in my opinion. We also got the Arkhangelsk, which is kind of cool. Sadly, I don't have it, unfortunately. But so I wish I could, so I can review it for you guys. But this is what it looks like with that Soviet gray camouflage. It also has Arkhangelsk written on the back in Russian. But there it is. I believe in real life the HMS Royal Sovereign was transferred over to the Soviet Union, but then it was retransferred back to the United Kingdom after. But that's pretty much it there. For these ships, I got it personally in one of these containers actually, but it was one of the free ones I got in the event pass, so I got them from here. The war is over container here. These ones I got them. I was extremely lucky. So try to grind the event pass, see if you can get lucky as well. Maybe before buying the Royal Sovereign. It's up to you though. So that's pretty much it for this video for the Royal Sovereign, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tier 7 battleship review. If you did, do please leave a like and a sub to the channel, because it extremely helps out the channel a lot. And I'll see you in the next video. Do please also recommend a ship for me to play in the next video. But I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Big fan!